I'm with Kevin Cassels, a drummer from the band Pleasure to Burn. We'll learn about him, his music, and what he's got going on in his future.
Rock.
Kevin, tell me where you're from, where you're going, and definitely tell me what you're wearing. And let's hear about the T-shirt too.
Oh, good, yeah. Well, I'm from New York City, or I was born in New York City, but I'm from Atlanta. That's where I was raised. That's my hometown. But I've been in Western North Carolina for a couple of decades. I went to Western Carolina University and have lived in Asheville for, like I said, a little over 20 years. And I look totally ridiculous. I've got a turquoise bathing suit on and a really disgusting heavy metal shirt that is probably 15 years old. And I shouldn't be seen in public, which is why we're in the confines of the studio right now.
All right. Well, tell us how you came up with the name Pleasure to Burn. It sounds pretty metal.
It is metal. We wanted to have like fire or burn or murder or something in the name, to kind of insinuate that we were metal.
Something to imply violence.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But, there's a lot of violent names out there. We didn't want to be like Death by Wood Chipper or anything like that. So Pleasure, and then because we want the listening experience to be pleasurable. The name Pleasure to Burn came from our singer, Adam, who's a very creative guy. He's also kind of our artist and just, creative engine. And we went back and forth for a very long time over the name, and we just came to realize it was a great name. We've had a lot of feedback from people, and we like it a lot. So there you go.
And Death by Wood Chipper was already taken.
That's right.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the guys in your band and kind of what your influences are.
Yeah, we're from all over. We're like the UN. One's tall, one's short, one's fat. Nobody's fat, but we're from our guitar player Corey, who's kind of the mastermind of the group. Corey Gertis, amazing musician, just a monster songwriter, creator, riff master. He's got a whole vault of riffs. He's from Iowa. Our bass player John is from Pittsburgh, but he was a solo artist called Sir Jahan that played acoustic music and banjo, like Frank Zappa type stuff. So completely out of left field. Bass is just one of the instruments he plays. So because of that very interesting kind of solo career that he had for a long time, he brings a whole different vibe to the bass. Plays it much more like a guitar or a banjo. It's really cool. Our singer Adam is from Massachusetts and plays all sorts of instruments. He's a producer, he's a writer, creator. He's working on our album. This is the first time he's ever fronted a band as a singer, which is really, really cool. He's a great singer, kind of a Mike Patton style feel to his singing. We're from all over. We don't have that much in common other than the music that we make, but we bonded pretty quickly. It took us a long time to find a bass player. Corey and I started putting the tunes together like a year ago in my basement and went through a few people, and we just had to settle on the best. I mean, the music it needed, really strong personalities to make it all work.
All right, so what do you have coming up, like album-wise, gig-wise?
Well, I don't know when any of you will be listening to this, but our big, exciting gig we're pumped up about is at the Mothlight in West Asheville, a great club, of course. We're playing Monday, August 29th. It's a free show. We're playing with two great bands that have been around for a while, Vic Crown, and their reputation speaks for itself, and The Beard, who's got a really nice atmospheric sound. And we recorded a 6-song demo in our basement, but we've been working on a debut album with Jamie King, who did all the Between the Buried and Me albums, and he's done a lot of really cool stuff. Scale the Summit, who did a tour with Dream Theater. Really great producer. We spent 15 hours laying down the drums. No pressure on me at all. But that is done, and we're going to spend the rest of the year working on the album, make sure it's all tight. But this isn't going to be an EP or a single. This is a full-on album that we're doing. Really, really excited about it. All the material's done, and we have leftover songs that we're working on right now as well.
All right, so the next song, the song we're going to play from their demo is Ego Divine. Kevin, can you kind of tell us how that song developed, how it was conceived, and how you came to record it the way that you did?
Well, this early batch of songs was already pretty much put together by Corey. He already had the music already laid out and the arrangements laid out, and Adam threw some new lyrics on top of it. And it's really cool. It's got, like a lot of our music, it's got several different sections. It changes gears a lot. There's a lot of time signature changes, but with a lot of music like that, and you tell people like that, they automatically think, well, it has no soul, it has no heart, it's just technical stuff, showing off here and there. But the great thing about Corey's music and the lyrics that Adam puts on top of it is that, sandwiched in between all that musicality are great songs. I mean, what good is it if you don't have a song? So, all of our songs, you trim away the technical stuff, you can still sit there on a park bench with an acoustic guitar and sing along and play to it. You can hum along to it. You can sing the chorus, no Cookie Monster vocals or anything like that. This is, real rock and roll vocals with some seriously heavy music in the background. So that's Ego Divine is an example of what we want a lot of our songs to be, which is songs that you can remember, songs that you can sing along to, and songs that stick in your head after you hear them a few times.
All right, Kevin, thanks for sitting with me and answering a few
Johnny.
questions.
Anytime.
Any parting advice?
Yes, whatever you do, do not go out in public with a turquoise bathing suit on, please.